Hello everyone. So today I'm going to explain you how to generate the Google Endpoints client library for an iOS device running Swift. So the pre-setup is an Android project where you have implemented the endpoints and a running Google App Engine instance also. And what we want to do in this tutorial is we want to send a string from one of the clients, and in this example we're going to send it from the iOS one through the endpoints to the App Engine, and the message contains a string which is a name, and then the backend just for proof of concept. We're going to return the same string but with hi in front of it. So what we need to do is we need the endpoints that are generated from for the iOS client. We need to use something called the ServiceGenerator in order to build the files we need to include in our iOS client, the iOS client. This is just a folder that I created. I want to get the ServiceGenerator downloaded, and I'm going to use Git to download this client here, and inside the tools we find the ServiceGenerator, and we're going to open the ServiceGenerator, give it a quick spin. And here is the executable for the ServiceGenerator. In the top right corner here we can see the full path to the ServiceGenerator, and we're going to use that in the terminal now. So let's go to this folder and make the app that I'm making is called Day Shopper, and we want to create an API for that one. And what we want to do is we want to use the ServiceGenerator, and then as an input we need the discovery docs, and here we need the REST discovery docs, and these are found in the backend of your Android project. So in the backend, build discovery docs, and we need to specify an output directory, and we want to do that by saying dash output directory, and then we want to put in this one, and then let's see what's going on. As you can see, the files are now generated and ready to put into our Xcode project. So here's our Xcode project, and it's just a simple app where there's a possibility to put in a name or a text here, a string, and then we're gonna display the response from the backend here. By clicking this button, we're gonna send it back in. I think you got it, guys. We want to put in a new folder, a new group here, and we're going to call that the Day Shopper API. So that's where our endpoints are going, and then we want to include all of the files here, create this as a group and copy them in, finish. And we want to create this bridging header. Alright, so let's go ahead and add inside the bridging header here, we're going to add the imports. So this is the header that's going to bridge the Objective-C files to be usable inside Swift here. So we're going to import only this one. So that's pretty easy. All right. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to the root of the project here, and then we're going to go to the build phases, and then we're going to go into the compile resources, and we're going to add a compiler flag to all of these files. We want to disable something called automatic reference counting, and we're going to do that by selecting them, double click, add this one, hit enter, and it's not updating before we do it like that. So that's fine. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to go to our CocoaPod file. So I'm using CocoaPod. So what we want to do in here is we want to add these two pods to our, or frameworks to our project. And then let's go ahead and install the frameworks, and that should be it. And inside these folders, inside all of these headers, there's a reference to something that's missing here, you can see. So what we need to do here is we need to add the client we just implemented. And there's one more thing we need to do. The last thing is inside this file right here, the API service file. You need to input your app ID here. So this is the code needed in order to run the app on the device and make a successful query. So what we do here is we import the Google API client for REST framework or library, and then from here on we create the service that's related to the generator files, and then we create a query on the method we want to use, and then we want to query it with the name, and then we're going to execute the query. And this is just a basic kind of representation of how to use the code. You need to do some error handling and some other stuff, but this is just a proof of concept. So let's give it a spin and see how it goes. Let's type in a name here and then let's execute it. And we got the successful answer or response here. So this was my first tutorial, and I've watched thousands myself, and I'm happy to finally make my first contribution. I hope you could use this tutorial and leave some comments or feedback in the section below.